That's a lot to unpack. So basically you feel like the government is kind of behind a lot of this in a way. Because I was even watching another. It seemed like you were with Julian. It was like an interview, but it was more of like in an open like um, show type of space. It seemed like with people asking questions.
Q&A after we did a screen.
Yeah, I believe it was something like that. And you guys were kind of talking about how like basically police can make money, or not necessarily just police, but like the government in general can make money off of like you know uh violence and stuff like that, gun violence. So, and that's what it kind of seemed like the documentary was kind of hinting at or getting to. Not even really hinting, like if you're paying attention to it, it's basically what it's getting to at a certain point. But do you ever feel like, because I'm gonna just keep it real, like there's times where I be feeling nervous about doing certain interviews or like putting certain stuff out there because I'm like, I already know I'm kind of pushing the line. It's kind of edgy content because not everyone's gonna support rap music. You know what I'm saying? But like there be times where I'm like, I hear things or I see things. I'm like, I need to just kind of be quiet or whatever. Like, do you ever feel like that nervousness, or do you just kind of say like whatever I'm gonna do what's best, like type thing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, but so even on the documentary, you notice where we were at the police station and me and Kelly got into an argument.
yeah,
And I didn't plan on. I don't always have to talk, bro.
yeah,
It is a lot of times me doing the talking because in Denver, people are afraid. People are scared. We don't really
yeah,
have the type of activists that you go to Watts, bro. There'd be some ex-Cripper blood with black glasses. They don't care. They're like, oh, you motherfuckers,
mm,
they
yeah,
start flashing. And they don't care. People are listening to them because they know them. You ever, you done lost your rap, you done lost all connects, bro. And this is from rappers who's listening to foundation people and all these other people who don't have nothing to do with gangs.
mm,
But they're their cousin or somebody, and their cousin would be like, oh, we don't like Terrance. And next thing you know, you cut out of a different industry in Denver because it's all interconnected. I don't always have to be the one to say certain stuff, the hard things, but if I got to, that's the bet I made. Right? Like,
mm,
um, even in that scene in the Holly where Reverend Kelly started talking about, he knew that those bloods had jumped on me, and I'm yelling at him, like, well, why don't you tell that to my attorney? I didn't plan on saying nothing. He opened his mouth, and then I responded. So there's times where I don't want to be the one that talking like doing the talking. There's times where I don't say anything, and maybe I should. But then there's times I don't care, bro. I'm not looking for. I don't need to sign to a major.
mm,
I'm not love the culture of hip hop. I've done hip hop music, but that's not my path. Like I'm an artist. Like
yeah,
I could paint a picture. I'm not trying to be Picasso. My, my path to getting my family stable is not me painting a bunch of pictures. I go to sip and paint all day. I go to smoke and paint. I'm not trying to be a painter.
yeah,
I do music still. I'm not really trying to, like I said, once it's on DistroKid, I'm listening to it for free. Man, my thing is this. I'm tired of people bullying people, hating on people. Police and gangbangers have been our biggest bullies of people of color, and we already have enough issues with poverty. And poverty, a lot of times, comes from systemic racism. And there's racism and there's classism. We got a lot of poor white people too. Poverty is our intersectionality. Not just because you're getting teased for this or that. That ain't intersectionality.
mm,
Because you could have an LGBTQIA person who hates black people. That's not intersectionality just because you both get teased. Intersectionality is if you're poor, you're poor.
yeah,
If you got mold in your ceiling, you got mold in your ceiling. You got to go Colfax and Sheridan to get it. One thing about gangs, even in LA, there's always, even the hardest blood or Crip gang got a couple essays and maybe a white dude or something. And especially
right,
why? Because they're poor together, right? There's a rich black person or a rich Latino. I guarantee you, you know who a lot of their friends are? Rich
right,
white people.
right, yeah,
Because their intersectionality is they're not poor. They actually have their resource. They have these resources. So I think
yeah,
probably from systemic racism, I think a lot of wealth is built generationally. Mom and dad had a life insurance policy, and they owned their house, and they owned their car. And jobs, even the spirit of having resources. There's a you could tell when you're around millionaires, and you could tell when you're around the most gutterous people, right? Because
Mm,
there's an energy that comes with the drama and the trauma, and me, I don't try to act like I'm too traumatized or like I'm too much better. No, I'm not trying to be the loudmouth in the room all the time because I'm the activist. I got to just say something just to say something. It's whatever's appropriate for the moment.
yeah.
I'm with whatever. If the youth are speaking, if I'm at a march and they got the bullhorn and they're doing fine, I don't need to be like, let me get the bullhorn.
Yeah.
Nah, if the little sisters got it, cool. If they don't have it, I'll be like, man, let me get that. You know what I'm saying? Let me show y'all how to do it. But there's been plenty of times where I was supposed to lead a march, and it'd be like some young sisters. They got it. They leading the march.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help them. And there's been times where I was not supposed to lead a march, but it had nothing to do with me. I'm just showing up. But they be like, yo, Terrance is here. Man, dude, come on, man. We need that energy. We need you to. And
Yeah.
it ain't just hip hop artists on the stage who get it cracking. I've got it cracking with thousands of people in front of me. It's about justice. Had nothing to do with rapping, and the whole crowd is rocking with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm a rock star now, and I'm an activist. So if I gotta bring it, I'm gonna bring it. If I gotta shut up and stand in the back, if that's the best, I think I won't. I don't need to always exert myself, and it feels good to be to that point.
Right. Right.
Because I am at that point. I
Okay.
created